We've got a piece of mystery metal here that's going to be the wheels for the casters. It says M254, but I don't know if that really is a grade, so we'll see how it cuts. I'm roughing down some blanks for the casters. There are bearing housings. The reason I'm doing it is I already have soft jaws that are the correct diameter. So I'll just face it here and turn the OD to 94 millimeters. And that way I can just start turning in the Mori at once. I've clocked in this backside here now, where I've clocked in that side. So it's running through both axially and axially and radially. So I'll turn it down to 94 and face it, and then we'll have a nice piece to start with in the soft jaws. So the bearing race fits in there, and then just a little wiggle room. So that should be fine. We don't want it to get stuck in there either. So both of those pieces are finished. And by the way, I gave up on the phone footage after the last YouTube issues. Moving upside down and then mirrored, so I'm running back to the Canon EOS. Been making some parts here off camera. It's really not that interesting to watch the coolant in the weight. Can't see anything. Should probably buy a GoPro or something that can film inside the machine. Anyway, you've seen me make those. And I've made the bearing carriers that sits on at the bottom of these, and axles. And this bolt goes through there. It's the nut for it and the washer. And those are spacers for between the bearings and on the outside of the bearings. And the other things are just bearings and stuff. So that's the parts that are finished. So I'm making the wheels. It's the first operation. It's 110mm stock and the wheels are going to be 100. So it's facing, turning the outside to 15mm so I don't crash into the jaws. Drilling, turning inside for bearing fit, and the grooving, face grooving with that one, and the tool holder we made. So I can try to film a little bit. Now it's finishing the face, and after that it will finish the OD up to 15mm. It's OD finishing starting. Taking 0.3 of a millimeter, so 0.6 of the diameter, and finishing cut. It's drilling, 20mm drill. So, inside turning. Is starting to get a little bit dull. Certainly a different sound than first starting. Taking 1.5mm depth cut and 1500mm feed. Running about 250 meters a minute. Is finishing. It's face grooving. Terribly stringy ships in this setup. I tried 2 different inserts, but it doesn't make any difference. that's the last operation. That's the first side of the wheel finished. Now we'll flip it around and change to some jaws that can clamp from the inside here, so we can finish the outside of the wheel too. So we finished the back side of the wheels. In the second operation we had clamping from the inside out that way. 3 jaws like that. And they turned out okay. There's a slight anomaly on the face. It has a crowned face with a 300mm radius. There's something there that I can feel, but it will get mangled up by ships here all over and stuff, so it should be okay. So here are the rotating parts of the caster. Everything is upside down, obviously. This one bolts to the bottom of the table. Here's your thrust bearing. It goes in like so. Then this one goes in from the bottom. You need to press that in first before this can work properly. So this will just be a mock-up, and then this one goes on top. The slight wiggle is because this has a little bit extra room for misalignment. There shouldn't be any, but still. And then we have this bearing. It should go in like so. That's a press fit. And then if we take out that one and pretend it's still there, that goes in there, and there's clearance here when the bearing sits there, and then the nut on top. Obviously there's no threads now because the bottom part is not pressed in. I'll go in and press in that one in that plate. I'll come back. Pressed in this piece here. Bearing goes in like that. Now I pressed in the bearing race for this bearing here. You can hit it there if you want to get it out again. So, like so. And then this one. And the washer. It still spins. There, I tightened it up. Needs to grease everything up, but there's no rock and very little clearance for dirt to get in, so it should work okay. Well, it's just a small matter of ruining the whole thing with the welding on the uprights or downrights or things that hold the axle, like so. They're going to be welded on like that. Do some careful welding there. I considered making the uprights here with a bottom plate, bolted bottom plate, so I could bolt the bottom plate to this piece. That has its own problems, like where to bolt, because there's going to be welds all over. And, yeah. So I milled off the mill scale, milling and milling. According to some welding specs, it's not really necessary if the scale resists vigorous brushing with a steel brush. And this obviously does that, but still I wanted a clean surface, and I read somewhere that the weld becomes much cleaner if you mill away or clean away the mill scale. So that's what I did. I'm not a welder by trade, so Now it's just a matter of welding here and then moving the bushing and stuff over to the other piece. This is POM or plastic, so we'll remove that before it melts. So we got it dry fitted. Need to paint the caster. It will rust, I suppose. Everything works as it's supposed to. Oh, guess I'll have to make these uprights or downrights or whatever they are called for the swiveling casters. That's the only piece missing really. I have cut them out on the bandsaw, so I must drill a hole and weld them to the other part. So I finished the last part of the casters, these uprights for the rotating casters. I got tired of hand finishing stuff, so made a jig, cut out 4 square plates, drilled 2 holes, and then I mounted them up in a CNC lathe and milled out the whole thing finished. So that's it, and now I need to weld the uprights onto this. I'm going to take apart the rotating thing first, of course, and then I'll have to make some kind of spacer to get it exactly 60 millimeters apart here. I think that welding is the last machining part on the casters and the table. If I haven't forgot something, we'll see how the welding goes. There's the welding setup. Length of the casters or the uprights or downrights or whatever is just to the edge here and there, so it's kind of self-aligning, or very easy to align anyway. So I'll just do tacks there, and I'll take off this clamp and I'll remove this and I'll do tacks on the inside and then weld it. Well, the welding went okay. It's not that pretty. Should have used TIG, but I don't have any TIG equipment, so that's out of the question. But it's strong, I think. So everything is assembled, and I guess I need to paint these casters. Just mild steel, and this is mild steel, and there's some 4140 in there, but it will rust eventually, so I think we need to paint, and we need to paint the table itself, and we need to cut the butcher blocks or wood slabs almost like this, just in there, the right size.